What game is this? So yeah, it's White Album 2. Again, I don't really know how I'm gonna record this. I have a translation guide pulled up. I don't know how accurate it is. I also don't know how accurate it is to this version. This is White Album 2 on the PlayStation Vita. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get it for the PlayStation 3, but I was able to get the Vita copy. Alright, so we get some menu options. If you want to know what they are, I'm going to try my way at translating. Let's see. I've got a translation app. So our options are... The first one says, from your perspective. At least that's what it says here. The second one says, continue. The third one is a quick load. Quick load. And the last one is options. So new game, continue, quick load, or options. Let's check our options, I guess. It's a little awkward. I think O is accept. That's the Japanese way of doing accept on PlayStation consoles. It's O, not X. So let's see what we got for menu options here. It's very blue. Our first option. Let's see. So I think it's how quick the text displays. Do you want the text to display fast or slow? The second option, auto mode advanced speed. Now, I want the text to display as quick as it can. Auto mode, I don't really want that on. Auto mode type. Now, this I'll have to see what the options are. So the default type. Let's try this again. That might be a challenge. This might be a challenge. It's not recognizing the first two characters. No, I don't think it's going to work. So I won't be able to figure out what the auto mode types are, but there are two options. I'm guessing one of them is skip only text you haven't read, and the other option is skip all text. That's usually the two options, and usually by default it's just skip text you've read. Fourth option, window opacity. What do you guys think? I think we should make it as opaque as possible. It just depends on how easy it is for my reader to pick it up. I actually think it's going to be a lot easier to pick it up like this, but I guess we'll see. Our next option. Let's see. Okay, so this is in a different scene. So, I don't know. I'm gonna make them both opaque. So these are all window options. Do you want them opaque or dark? I don't know what's gonna be easier to pick up. We'll make them all opaque, and we'll find out. Our last option is skip text. I'll mess around with those options later. Let's just see if I can figure out what they are real quick. So the skip text option, skip only red. So that's the skip text option. The auto read is probably normal and fast. Alright. Let's see what other options we got. So our first option is audio when sending text. Now the default is the second option. At least it looks that way. So I'm curious what the first option is. The second window is yes or no confirmation. Now this one might change between O and X, so I do want to look at this. Overall volume. So do we want our volume up? I've gotten complaints it's a little quiet. I'm going to keep my volume as high as I can. Obviously, voice volume, I want up. I'm going to assume that's this, but I could be wrong. Let's find out. That could be text noises. I'd personally like those off. So let's find out. So the option under BGM is sound effect volume, which we obviously turned off. The option above VGM overall volume. The fourth option, voice volume. Yep. So I'm going to keep the BGM a little softer. And then the final option, it's an off-on switch, so let's see what it is. It is a quick save, quick load. Do we want to be able to quick save, quick load? We'll leave it on just in case we forget. So, I don't even have to look at this. This option, most likely, I'm not going to look at all these. They're most likely the names of characters and whether you want their voices on or off. So if you find a certain character's voice, you don't like it, you could turn it off. Okay, so these are some different settings. You can have text display like on the left, or you can have it display like on the right. Do you want to have a big, humongous box of text, or do you want a little one? I'm going to have to look into that. Looks like maybe they added some characters in, that in the original they didn't have pictures, maybe? Oh. And this one looks interesting too. I'll have to look at all these, because some of these are off and some are on. If any of them are like explicit scenes, I'll probably turn those off. I don't know if there's any content like that. But I also don't know if they cleaned it up, you know, for Vita release. They might have already cleaned it up, so I don't really know if I'd have to do that. Oh, we'll find out what these options are. So let's check it out. The first option is novel mode. Would you rather have novel mode or visual novel mode? The second option is visual display. So, I think you can turn off all CG, but why would you do that? The third option is... It says bust up display. I don't know what that does. I'll have to look into the menu option there. The fourth option, memory road. I don't know what that is. Recollection load. I don't know. I'll have to look into that. The fifth option, it's name the scene marker, display as. So I think it's just, do you want a thing in the top right that says what the scene is? Probably not. Although it may make it easier for us to figure out what scene we're on. So we'll put it on for now, and we'll see how helpful it is. The second to last option, button lock. So you can turn off buttons, so no matter how much you pressed, it wouldn't turn off whatever's going on. So if you want to do like auto mode, I think that would be useful. And the last option, a touch effect. Now we're not on the Vita. I mean, we're on the Vita, but we can't use touch controls. So I'm gonna set that to off. Let's just see some of these other menu options, like even this one. What would that control? The touch effect in the touch screen, or the effect displayed when tapping it. We don't have touch screen, so that's out. How about this one? Let's find out what this is. So it says, when remembrance load is selected... Hold on one second. When remembrance load is set to on, when data is loaded, it will start again from the scene, back a little from the saved point. Yeah, that's annoying as hell. Nobody wants that. And let's see what this one is again. Some of these were just like turning off CG or turning off certain characters. Okay, when the bust up display is set to off, a character will not be displayed. You want characters to be displayed. So I think I've messed around with the menu enough. I'll probably set this as an extra video. Oh, I gotta see which option is yes or no. I want to save my stuff. No. How do I save my options? Oh, did it save them? Yeah, it must have. It must have. Okay. The only other thing I wanted to switch was that button mode thing. I don't know which option it was, though. Let's try to find it again. It didn't seem to change to what I wanted. I don't know. I'm not gonna mess with it. So next time, well, I'll probably put it up before this video. This will just be kind of an options video. So again, if you're playing this game for the first time, new, load save, quick load, and options. Those are your options. O is your confirmation button. X is your back button. So, a little confusing for an American, but you can do it.